Hey y'all, this is Oxy Kicks, and before I get started, I definitely want to take some time to address what's going around the United States and even around the world at this point, as we've seen in London, in France, and other countries around the world. First, I want to say rest in peace, George Floyd. His death was definitely unnecessary. It was just police abusing their power, police brutality, and I went to the University of Texas. I majored in film and history. In history, I specifically focused on Mexican American studies, and there were times where it often intersected with African American studies. And so, through that perspective, it's something that we're never taught in high school, which is the injustices the United States has been committing against people of color or communities, just minority communities, ever since its founding. The United States was founded on many principles, but one of them being racism. And unfortunately, it's a disease that we still struggle to get over with today. So I just want to say that I definitely support the protests. And so the looting is a different part, but I feel like we're paying too much attention to the looting and the rioting going on, and most of them are not even the protesters. Those are people that are antagonizing, messing up the protest, messing up the voice that the Black Lives Matters community is trying to push. So if you are a protester yourself, I hope that you're staying safe. We've seen, multiple times the police, they take a knee, they join the protesters, but then they turn their back on those same people. Those people being the protesters. Stay safe, keep protecting yourself. COVID-19 is still a thing. It hasn't disappeared. It just happens to be that has rightfully overtaken COVID-19, but it hasn't gone away. So I hope that you're staying safe as you protest. Cover yourself, keep protecting yourself, wash your hands, because we are fighting two diseases at the same time. And so my support is definitely with the African American community. As you can tell by the title of this video, what I'm going to be doing today is showing you my top 5 most expensive sneakers in my collection. In my collection, I have about almost 100 pair of shoes. As I mentioned before, I got into sneakers not that long ago, so I've paid resale for a lot of my shoes. So as we go through this list, I'll be showing you the price that I paid for it and the price that it's going for now. I'm also going to be basing current resale price from StockX. And before we jump into the list, I do have one honorable mention, and that is the Jordan 5 Trophy Room. This shoe is currently reselling for $1,137 on StockX, and I paid about $750 for the shoe. I'll put the correct transaction number here on the screen, but honorable mention for sure. With that being said, let's jump into shoe number 5. For number 5, we have the Air Jordan 1 Shattered Backboard 1.0. This shoe on StockX is currently reselling for $1,280, and I paid $450 or something like that on eBay. Now, this shoe is real. It is not fake. This is before the price went super crazy on this shoe. It was used. It was worn a couple of times, but this is number 5 on my list, and I really don't wear it a whole lot, but that's because I really appreciate the quality and the color scheme of the shoe. Alright, number 4 on my list is another Air Jordan 1, and that is the Travis Scott 1. Brand new on StockX is currently reselling for $1,400, and I paid $1,000 for it. So it's gonna $400, and then I actually own 2 pairs. I paid $900, I think, for the first, and then I paid $1,000 for the other one. They've gone up a little bit, but they're not going anywhere. I'm gonna keep these in my collection. So one to rock and one to stock. And number 3 on the list, we have another Air Jordan 1, and that is the Air Jordan 1 Chicago. So this shoe is an 11.5, and it is currently reselling for $1,575 on StockX. This is still the stock, as you guys can tell. I haven't worn it yet, but I paid $700 and something from Go. I'll put the correct value on the screen again. So it's gone up almost twice this price, and at some point this shoe was going for almost $2,000 right after the documentary with The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. number 2, we finally get to a non-Air Jordan 1, but still Nike, and that is the Nike SB by Travis Scott. So this shoe is currently reselling for $1,149, and that is because it is the special box that released from the Travis Scott website, and I paid retail for it $160 something or $170 I think with tax or shipping, I don't remember, but I'll put it here again on the screen for you guys. So I definitely, I mean, I'm gonna resell it at some point, I think. Still trying to decide, but this is the shoe that I paid retail for, and I mean, if I was to flip it right now, I'm making over 100% of what I freaking paid for the shoe. I'm not a math major, y'all. I was a history major. I told you guys at the beginning. But a lot of resale value in this shoe. It's keeping it for now in my collection. Alright, and finally, the most expensive shoe in my collection and my most favorite shoe of all time probably is the Air Jordan 1. Maybe you're surprised or not surprised. Union. So this shoe is currently going for $2,245 in the size 11 and a half. I did pay resale for it. I paid $1,500, I think. Again, I'll put the correct price that I paid for it on the screen. But this shoe has almost doubled its value. Just by what it's reselling for right now. The last sale was actually $2,816, so somebody dropped the value there, but I'm sure it'll definitely go back up, and so we'll definitely double the value of the shoe when it does. There you go. These are my top 5 most expensive sneakers. If you keep up with my channel, you shouldn't be surprised that 4 out of 5 are ones. That is my favorite silhouette, my favorite shoe besides the Air Max 1 or the Yeezy V3 700. And so there you go. Alright, y'all, so that is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more content. And if you're out there protesting, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking the gear, the water that you need, the mask, because COVID-19 is still a thing, as I mentioned before. Beyond that, I thank you, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.